Welcome to Big Chief Sia Programming. And it is me, one of your hosts, Big Chief Sia. And I got with me today my sister. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, y'all already know who it is. It's Drake.
Yeah, and today we're going to be reviewing this video that I made. So make sure that you hit the thumbs up. You can hit the thumbs down, leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe, share the video, all of that good stuff. So let's get right into it.
What is the sun? According to the Webster Dictionary, the sun is the luminous celestial body around which the earth and other planets revolve. The planets, they receive heat and light. The sun is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium, and the sun is about 93 million miles away from Earth. This energy holds the solar system together with gravity and makes life on Earth possible. Most people call it a star. In fact, it's the biggest star in our galaxy. And here are some depictions of our sun and all the planets. Here's even a video of the sun's surface from a thermal telescope.
However, I don't believe that the sun is 93 million miles away. I don't believe in gravity. I don't believe that the planets are revolving around the sun. And I don't believe that the sun is on the outside of this planet. Throughout the years, I have taken pictures and videos of the sun, and I noticed that it is an orb. You know, like the orbs that people have seen in the woods? Yeah, you heard me. Now, here are some reasons why I have a different outlook about the sun. Let's watch the sunrise that I recorded last year, June 2nd, 2025. I was by a body of water when I recorded this sunrise. Here's the water, and the background color is the actual color of the sky during the sunrise. Now, here's the sun, and this is not fake. This is my own personal footage. Did you see how the sun shapeshifted? You can see me move the camera side to side. I did that to show the whole sky to anybody who would come across this video. And I wanted the viewers to know that I really was outside recording this. Also, make sure you keep in your mental Rolodex that it was clear skies. So, are you still sure that the sun is on the outside of this planet? Here's another video of mine of the sunrise. Now pay close attention to the clouds in the background. Think to yourself right now, why did some of the clouds go dark and the other clouds didn't? You see, this can only happen if the sun is inside of this planet atmosphere, not on the outside. And another question. Why did the sun disappear in the clouds?
What's it pink? You go slowly right here. Look, you start seeing a streak, a streak, a streak. Boom. What's that? Then, dang, I can see, but that way it ain't nothing over there. So when you turn right here, how come that spot is pink? Right there above the clouds. I mean, below the clouds, look. There are clouds right there.
Why is there a sunspot in the sky if the sun is on the outside of Earth, of this planet? Just think about it.
So before I even actually start asking you questions, I just want you to know that the first video was like 12 minutes. Like these videos are long, so I had to speed them up. So you hear me talking, and I am talking to myself. I am by myself. There's nobody around. That's me out there watching the sunrise. What you are seeing right now, this is the freaking flipping sun. This is not a lie. This is what happened, which is why at the beginning, when I pointed out the water line, that's very important for people to know where the water line is at, because some people will say, "Oh, well, it wasn't completely up yet." Yes, it was. It started off small. It was already in the sky. This is how it shapeshift. It was already in the sky. If you look hard right here, forget the squiggly lines. My lens was dirty. But if you really look
Mhm.
where the water line is at, it's above the water line. Not only that, it started to morph from the top, not the bottom. So people like me rewinding it right now, you can see it started from the top. It started morphing from the top first.
Mhm.
Then the bottom started coming into play. That okay, and then it started disappearing behind smoke. So what people are seeing, the line that smoke, it was no clouds at all. It was no clouds, excuse me. I got plenty of footage of stuff like this. So what I showed you, because this is my footage, this is not on the internet footage, this is my personal footage. From what you have seen, what I just showed you, what are your thoughts about what you just seen and about the sun from what you were taught in school?
Well, I definitely taught. I was taught in school that the sun was outside of the earth and that it came down. You know, but I've seen sunrises like on movies and stuff like that. So I really didn't know if that was true or whatnot. But I do understand this is your footage, so I'm looking at it, and it don't seem like the sun is coming out no sky to me. So uh I think that we were taught completely wrong about a lot of stuff in school. That's my opinion.
All right, so I want to point this part out too right here, because I'm mad because you can't see my mouse, but it's smoke came out the blue, but you can see that the sun is being hidden behind the smoke. And as you can see right there underneath the sun, you can see the pink glow underneath. But
Yeah,
when you first seen it rise, well, we're gonna say it was rising, it wasn't there at first. But as soon as it got up in the air, then you start seeing right underneath there that
yeah,
glow. You see what I'm
uh-huh,
saying? So listen, this was clear skies, and I also have more footage of the same day. Look, this day was a very mysterious day. The same day, don't you know, you could see like this is clear skies. This is the color of the sky. And you know when the sun rise, the sky be light blue and stuff like that. No, this is how it looked. When it
yeah,
reached a certain height, I have the footage. When it had reached a certain height, that's when the background started becoming blue and bright and yellow. That's when you were able to actually see. I don't want to make this video long, so I didn't add that in there. And I also wanted to prove my point as far as me saying that the sun is in where the clouds. Did you see how these clouds got dark? Certain clouds, you see that?
yeah. I seen that. Yeah,
And this is not edited. This is like I have the raw footage. It's called raw footage when you actually have like everything is unedited. This honestly isn't really edited. It's just sped up. But
right,
I'm not sure if you can still see the sunspot in the background. But when you hear me talking, like if you get the actual raw footage, the whole 12 minutes and 10 minutes of stuff, you will hear me questioning, talking to myself like, why are the clouds dark? Why are there certain clouds dark when the sun is on the outside? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody has to explain what I just seen.
right,
Now, this right here, of course, you could tell this was on a different day, but you still have to explain to me, and why is there a sunspot right there? Is that another sun in the background? Like, what is that? Because as you can see, anybody who come across this video, you will see the sun actually shining and it goes up, but it disappears.
Right.
And I need somebody to really break down, why did these clouds go dark? What is
Yeah.
that? And as you can see, the clouds in the far back are still bright. And from what I'm perceiving from this footage is that the sun is in the atmosphere. And when it went up into the clouds that's behind it are still lit up because the sun is still shining. But the clouds in
Hmm.
front of it, which are the clouds that I can see, when it went up, that's why you see the other clouds underneath go dark, because the sun isn't shining, if that makes sense. Like the front is okay, the front is not okay, so it's all right, this is what I mean. You're looking at the front of this cloud, which is black, but
Right.
behind this cloud that went black, I guarantee you, is lit up like the clouds behind it, because the sun is behind the cloud. That's what I
Right.
mean, if that makes sense. So yeah,
Yep.
but then most of them in the front start going, and this is just wild, and this on a different day, and people talk about the sunspots and the water. This is a sunspot, mind you. It's clouds, and this is a different day. It's a
Yeah.
sunspot underneath the clouds, not on top, right? Why
Right.
is it underneath? If the sun is on the outside and we're going around it, why is it underneath? It's supposed to be on top. Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But look, it don't surprise me. I believe the same thing that you believe.
Oh
And
yeah, we
I'm really skeptical about all these planets that are supposed to be around the sun. Like it's just a lot that is hard to like believe. So
yeah, I'm gonna be honest from me, because when I be talking, I get some information for some people, but a lot of things that, like, my perspective, it comes from me and what I seen visually. I've been watching the sun since 2010, and it has been doing some strange things. Now, somebody might come across this and say, "Oh, that's not the sun." Well, if you look up, if I give you the actual dates and you look up the time where I'm at and the sun rises, it's going to say that was the sun. I'm not
right.
saying that's the sun. They're saying that that was the sun.
But what would you say to the people who will argue with you that you saying that you're seeing that it was smoke and there was no clouds, and the people that will be like, no, those are clouds that the sun was going under.
Well, I would literally release the footage, the whole 12 minutes footage. So that way, because like I said, it was fast forward, so it's real shaky. So you could actually see that in real time, it was nothing out there. Then I will also release the other part that I was telling you about,
Hmm.
when it was actually up in the air, and how the sky actually started to actually turn light blue and stuff like that. Then I would release that, because that was during the same day. Like, I wouldn't mind showing proof as to what I'm saying. However, I know there will still be people who's going to be set in their ways, and they're going to, be like, hey, that's a lie and this and that, and that's perfectly fine with you. But that is what that's the only thing that I could do with people, is just show the proof. Like, listen, it wasn't no clouds. That was smoke. And if it was clouds, right? And here's another
Right.
point. If if that smoke was clouds, before it even reached the clouds, you still seen the sun shapeshift at
Yeah.
the end of the day. So what point is it to bring up clouds and no clouds when you seen it transforming before it even touched the smoke? Like, you have to make it make sense. And
Yeah.
this is my footage. This is not the internet. So if anybody have this footage out there, they took it from my platform.
Right.
This is mine. This is not no Neil deGrasse. This is no scientist who got this and that award and this and that, and this photographer and video. No, this is me. This is Big Chief Sia's footage.
Actual footage.
Right. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That
mean,
was very interesting to see because I'm like, like I said, most of the stuff that I see about the sun, I see it on TV. I don't actually see nobody go out and actually do footage on the sun, how it rises, how it sets, all that stuff. So that was very interesting to see.
yeah, this mug extra weird. Like it literally started off like that. There's no
Yeah.
clouds. No clouds. There is no clouds. Then you see like you could tell it wasn't no clouds because it's still forming from the top. I also got footage of something going into the bottom of it. But
Yeah.
I'll say that for later. But other than that, you got anything else, or you just like over here just like I don't
Nah,
like you
I'm just looking. I'm a little appalled right now because we've been lied to so much about so many things, about science, about history, about a whole lot of stuff that is coming to the forefront right now, and people are starting to actually see pure facts about science, about history, about a whole lot of things that we did not know. And a lot of people, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're gonna argue with you about this. They're going to argue with you about this because, like you said, they're set in their ways. They're not going to want to believe your logic of how the sun actually um, forms and where it's set and all of those things because they're so used to the science books where they tell you, oh, all these planets are orbited around this sun, and the sun does this and it sets here and it does that, and most of it is not true. And my thing of it is why would you make up all this ludicrous? I mean, actually do the research and tell us something is real. Why would you just make a book and say all of this stuff about science, all of this stuff about history, and nothing's is not true? That's what I don't get. Why are we being deceived about something like this? It makes you wonder.
and with this footage, how can you say that the planets are revolving around the sun when I just showed you that the sun is here with us? Which means that if you think logically, the planets are within this atmosphere as well. And the planets could be the continents. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is why I tell people, yeah, listen to some things you have to have discernment. However, you gotta think for yourself. You have
Hmm.
to. And for the naysayers that will come across this and will say whatever, listen, make sure you hit the like button or you could thumbs down. Make sure you comment, subscribe, or you can hit me up at bigchiefsia@gmail.com. Exactly how you see it right here on the bottom of the screen. Big Chief Sia is all smudged together. It's all together. Email me at gmail.com and we can have a discussion, or you can hit me up on Snapchat, or you can hit me up on Instagram, which is Big Chief Sia. I mean, that's my Instagram. I do respond to people. If you DM me, I always respond back because I don't have a lot of people that I'm following or people who are following me. So I'm going to reply back, quick. So, I mean, that's pretty much my take on it. I mean, it's really, like I said, this would have to be like a 4 or 5 part breakdown with this sun thing that's going on. But my whole thing is this, right? Because I'm like, this is my whole thing. I am someone who is open minded.
Hmm.
And with me personally, I don't knock certain things. However, I do subtract things from certain equations if it doesn't make sense. If this
Right.
make perfect sense and you just stuck in your ways and you don't want it to come across your equation, it don't have to. But just know that you were shown the truth. This is real. You were shown. And if you choose not to, it's not even believing. This is knowing. Like this is real. This is knowing. Knowing the truth, then that's on you. You are your own individual person, and I'm not trying to force nobody to change their belief. I'm just here to show you, hey, it's something going on. And of course, we all been lied to, and they're lying about the sun.
Hmm.
They're lying about the direction. And FYI, I am a flat earther. Straight like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I,
much.
I got one more question for you because I seen someone who made some content and they believe that the sun is God. So when a lot of people say, "Oh, God is coming back," they say he's already here. He's the sun. What you think about that?
All right. All right. So here's the truth. I've been researching my ancestry, and I just seen my great grandfather, and he was registered, but he wasn't registered. He was in the census as a full blooded Caddo, right? And that's an American Indian. So I say that to say a lot of people believe in God through the Bible,
Hmm.
but me, my ancestors, there was no such thing as a Bible,
Hmm.
and a lot of people don't want to know the real. So when some people believe that the sun is God, in certain cultures, due to they probably was seeing stuff like this, or due to them knowing back then, who knows, the sun might just be God. Me personally, like I said, going back to the Bible, they speak of the son as the actual as Jesus. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And like I said, you read the writings on the wall, there was no such thing as Jesus. So
Hmm.
as far as me, I do believe that the son is an entity. Do I believe that it is God? When you actually think about it in hindsight, God creates everything.
Hmm.
God controls, right? But the
Hmm.
sun, what does the sun do? The sun controls too, doesn't it? The
Hmm.
sun grows everything, including us. The sun makes us see. The
Hmm.
sun helps even the ants. The sun helps the bees, the birds. The sun helps everything.
Hmm.
So if people really are
That's how
saying
we
like,
eat the
right,
sun.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can all the way understand when people say that the sun is God, because when you really think about it, I mean, the difference between the Bible God and this God is that we can see the sun right here, but the
Hmm.
Bible God, nobody has ever seen God.
Right.
The Son, which is Jesus, they only describe him in the Bible, but there's no actual footage or images or whatever it is of him. Every culture had their own thing where they have him copper color, they have him lighter, whatever situation is. But as far as people believing that the sun, like this actual sun is God, I can see their perspective because they're somewhat kind of right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, that's just the truth.
And that's the
Me,
thing. Like, everybody says we need God, so we worship him. But, we all need the sun. Like, we wouldn't survive without the sun. None of us on this planet would not survive without the sun. So it kind of makes you think, was this content creator on something? Because we all need God, just like we all need the sun. So I don't know.
everybody just be open minded, and if you don't want to be, then hey, that's on you. When the shift is already here, but when it's completed and you're still over there, then you're just gonna be stuck and you're gonna be lost in the sauce. And
Yeah.
it's literally because of you being afraid to say, I was lied to.
Mm-hmm.
I was lied to. All right. So with all that being said, make sure you hit the subscribe button, you comment, you thumbs up, you thumbs down. You can share this video. I would really love to hear your thoughts, or you can hit me up at Gmail, which is Big Chief Sia. Make sure it's all lowercase, everything is together. Big Chief Sia at gmail.com. And before I go, I just want to let everybody know that stay open minded, stay positive, and just know that the impossible is possible right now. If man is making diamonds and we were told that that was impossible, do you know it's possible? If CERN, which has men behind it. They are making things and they created a gold particle. You should know that anything is possible. And then we have Julian Brown out here who has turned plastic waste. He turned legit plastic waste into fuel for bikes, like motorcycles and cars. You should know everything is possible. So don't doubt yourself and just know that you have to be the one to do it. Okay, nobody do nothing for you. You have to do it and you can do it. Don't believe in yourself. You should know yourself. Make sure you meditate, ground yourself if that's something that you do. Pray if that is something that you do, but make sure that you are praying to the right entity or the right person or spirit. And remember to keep being that spark that ignites all engines. Keep doing that. Never give up. And know that I love those that love me, which means that I love you, and that is real and that is genuine. Excuse me. That's coming from me, Big Chief Sia. So, with all of that being said, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and make sure you stay aware and be careful out here as well. Stay positive. And if you are feeling down right now, find a way to get up out of that depression or stop feeling down. If there's a way in, there will always be a way out. You have to find it. Can't nobody do it for you. Yeah, you could talk to a therapist, you go to a counselor, but at the end of the day, when you leave their session, you have to do it. They can't do it for you. So, anything you want to say, sis?
Uh, you summed it up all the way. Like you said, hey, you better, if you worshiping anything, you better make sure you worshiping the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
because we here for a short time, not a long time. So make sure that whatever you believe in, you're believing in the right thing, and make sure that it's always going to get you to a higher power. I love you guys, and I'm Drizzy Dram. I'm Miss Out of this thing. You hear me?
Yeah. See y'all later.
Peace.